Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to go a little bit buggy with the Transformers Legacy Evolution Generation Selects Antagony. Kind of scavenger. I'll explain what I mean when we dive into this guy in the latest GotBot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course subscribe, and while you are at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton and it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. Also in the description down below, and if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. And this is Antagony. And I love the Inferno mold. Let's be clear about that. The Legacy Inferno mold is fantastic. I thought the legs would get in the way. They do not. I thought that the original was going to be hard to top, and honestly, I don't know if it's necessarily topped, but man, oh man, the things that I wanted to see improved from the original were improved with the Legacy. Although there's still an argument for the original, no doubt. And then we get this version, which I like, but I'm not going to lie, this is a little bit creepy. When I was 4, I stood in an ant patch and I got swarmed by ants. They were all black ants, like this is a black ant. Technically, this is an early Christmas gift from Starscream Wife, but she said I could kind of take a look at it now for each and every one of you. Despite this being a creepy black ant for me because of my childhood trauma, I do really dig the purple. And I dig the 2 heads. Without any further ado, how about we head over to the table and take a closer look at this bug. Man, the things I don't do for you folks. This, of course, is the Transformers Legacy Evolution Selects Antagony. And as somebody who, when I was 4 years old, got swarmed by ants, I find this a little bit terrifying. More so than Inferno, because the ants that swarmed me were black, just like Antagony is. Before we get to Antagony, though, we got to look at the packaging first. And we have our normal Selects packaging. Here we have the schematic of Antagony with the Inferno head on it, or the Antagony head on it, if you prefer. On the bottom, just the name and whatnot. Nothing on the side, or this side, really, other than the Predacon symbol. And the back is just the back. We got instructions, but if you already know the transformation for Inferno, then you're going to know the transformation for this. Not for nothing, here's the Antagony head. It's the Inferno head with purple and black. The jaw still opens, the eyes are red. I switched it out with the alternate Scavenger head that this came with because I wanted to know how the transformation would go with the Scavenger head. But this is the Antagony head. It looks like Inferno. It's great. Well painted. For the royalty indeed. Yes, here we have Antagony next to Inferno. The Legacy Inferno I looked at in episode 1042 back, well, you know what, almost a year ago. It was last January that I looked at Inferno. So there you go. I love Inferno. Scored really, really well. We saw the transformation there going from robot to ant, so we're going to see it now going back in the other direction from ant to robot. But you can see how they compare here. More purples and blacks here, more reds and grays here. It is what it is. And with Inferno out of the picture, now we can get into Antagony. Of course, the Ant mode is as good as the Inferno one. I do like this metallic purple up here. That's gorgeous. If you want to do transmetals without the chrome, but do this sort of metallic paint, man, do it. I would be in for it. We're going to take this off again. It's that exact same thing. I wish that they came with 2 of these. And honestly, with the head, all of this, and this, Antagony, just like Inferno, clocks in at 134. Actually, Inferno is 132. The extra head is 2 grams. 134 grams of plastic. Slightly light for a Voyager. However, with all of the texture detail here, I get it, because the molds are just more complex. So it's still definitely a Voyager value. But I feel like you could have probably given us 1 more of these so that we could put one back like here in the bought for that thruster that Inferno is supposed to have, and then one for the hand. I digress. That's a minor gripe. Looks really great. Let's do the transformation, and then we'll do scores. We're going to begin by picking these up on the side and picking this up. There are peg holes, little round peg holes here on this side, and little round peg hole here, a black peg here, and a black peg here. We're going to take the feet and flip them all the way out. If the heels don't come out, then straighten them out. At the knee, extend, and rotate the waist around, and the waist was up here. Bring it all the way down. That's the lower body done. Now we can focus on the upper body. I'm just going to take these legs and get them back here kind of out of the way, because why not? Stands like a champion. I'm just going to angle the camera up ever so slightly so we can do the upper body no problem. There we go, that's a little better. Now you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm going to explain it. The thumb claw, because the way the hands are is you have two claws that I guess are like fingers and then a thumb. It's kind of like this, right? Two claws and then like a thumb. The thumb is into a rectangular slot in here that helps solidify it. Both thumbs are in those slots. It's down kind of just above the tummy. Then there's rectangular tabs and slots on the two arms, really up by the shoulders, and they hold these arms together up here. But you know what? It's easy to separate them. Using the purple hinge here, you bring this arm all the way out to the side, you bring this arm all the way out to the side. You can extend and bring that arm down, extend and bring that arm down. And if you're anything like me, you're going to, angle that up, straighten this down, angle that out, right? Like that. Same over here. I'm going to angle this up, straighten this down, like that. Now, there we go, all that like that. Now you'll notice that we have a tab right here, and that's really where this is supposed to go into. Keep that in mind, because we're going to do an alternate transformation first. That's supposed to be for Scavenger that I don't really think works very well. So for Scavenger, and I have the Scavenger head here, we'll see that up close in a minute. For Scavenger, you're supposed to do this, and leave these down and leave the chest open, because this in here, and it's the same on Inferno, is detail that is textured in, that is molded in, that is really the chest of Scavenger. But the problem with doing this is that now this doesn't really lock in anywhere. If it does, I can't get it to lock in anywhere. So I would still say fold those up, close these in and notch them together, bring these little antenna things up, and then there's a little hole right here that goes over this right here, and clicks it in place. And boom, now we have Antagony / Scavenger in their robot mode. The transformation 10, I think it's brilliant. The look, I mean, it's a black ant. It looks like a black ant. I like the purple detail and the metallic. I'm going to give the look a 10. What about the articulation? Well, either head would work. Obviously, one has an opening jaw. This one, unfortunately, does not have an opening jaw. It does go left and right, can look back, can look down. The arms go all the way around. They can go out to the side. We have a bicep swivel. We have a double hinged elbow. We have a wrist swivel, and then this leg moves independently. This leg moves independently. We can get all of this in the back of the way. We have a waist swivel, leg forward, leg back, thigh swivel, super deep knee, double jointed, ankle tilt, heel spur. I mean, 10 for the articulation. Honestly, I don't know what else I could possibly want. You would think that with these legs sticking off and all this on the back, it would be a hindrance and a nuisance, and it's not. It doesn't get in the way at all. I thought that Inferno was amazing. I think that this one is also amazing. Honestly, 10s across the board. This is an excellent transformer. Just so happens that we have one head for Antagony that's excellent, and another terrifying head that's painted to the nines with the gunmetal gray and the purple and the green and even the teeth. Yeah, 10s across the board for Antagony, or Scavenger if you prefer. And here we are once again with Antagony, and she's fantastic. I mean, I love this metallic purple. Oh my goodness. No mold degradation. Everything feels just as good here as it did on Inferno. Very comparable, just in different colors. I right now have the Scavenger head on. I really wanted to know how easy the transformation was with this head, and it's still easy. It's too bad that this one doesn't have a mouth that opens and closes, but I kind of get it with the jarring teeth, that's not really how the mouth of this character works. The whole notion of keeping the chest open so we can see that detail inside, which is a la Scavenger, is a nice thought, but I can't figure out any way to solidify the chest, and as such, I'm not prone to really leaving it like that. Plus, because the chest is open, the arms really lose outward or forward mobility. Not a big deal for some people that just want the display, but a big deal for someone like me. So I'm going to keep the chest closed. I like the Antagony head, but it's just the Inferno head, which is great, and that one does have an opening and closing jaw, and purple is my favorite color, so, you know, it's great. But I really am glad to have some version of the mold that I can use a Scavenger head on. Ideally, a second Inferno would fill that bill nicely, but we'll see if that ever happens. For now, I'll be happy that I have Inferno, and at least some iteration of Scavenger / Antagony. Let me know what you think about this mold, what you think about Antagony. Do you like this one better or the Inferno better? Or do you like them equally? I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link to check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through Spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, please hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. And while you're at it, don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you right there, you do make a difference in the world, man. You really do. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, right here, inside the videos.